Hi and welcome back to the UK Ghost Detective channel here on YouTube. I'm Adrian Perkins, author of the Ghost Detective series of books. There's a little link on the bottom of the screen if you'd like to find some of the books. Okay, now in this programme we're going to do a similar thing that we did in the last programme. Remember the last programme when we did the pen through the planchette automatic writing? It's quite successful. Now in this programme we're going to have two members of the public doing the same thing. Now what I'm hoping to show you in this program is the reality of paranormal investigation, okay? Not what you would normally see. This is the reality of paranormal investigation. I hope you like it because we enjoyed making the program and the guests also enjoyed themselves. So yeah, let's just do it. So let's have a look and see what you're discussing.
Alright, we're looking at maps.
Yep.
We're trying to orientate what's underground with what's above. So where we are in the street, what buildings are above us. And what we're looking at the moment is this sort of bit here, in this square here, where there's a window that opens out onto just an open space with buildings all around it. So we're trying to find, but it's no entrance into it. It's just only that window looks into it. So it's like we're trying to find a picture of them on the plans where we can orientate where that is on in the buildings.
Right, okay. When the group do come in, they'll be in a little while, whatever you find and whatever you talk about, don't discuss it with the rest of the team, okay? Any results? I mean, at the moment, I mean, it's going brilliantly, but what's your approach on this? I mean, this is a big investigation you're doing, both of you. What's your approach?
I mean, for me, the main thing, like today, I'm going to try and get as many measurements in as possible.
Yeah.
Especially room D, which is really interesting for me. There's so many in there, different things, different possible windows that are bricked up. And there's that gap, so what was the room above? Even the entrance we come in here, it looks...
It's just trying to understand what we've got.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tina, how are you going to approach the looking for the research for the people?
Well, we'll see what names we can get. I've been back through the newspaper archives, but I don't really go that far back, you know.
No. It is a struggle when you're talking about, you know, pre-1600s. You're struggling, aren't you?
If we could find out what this was all used for down here, it might sort of give you a direction to go in.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's quite hard.
This is why it's going to take so many months. I mean, people still laugh when you say to them it's going to take 2 years to do an investigation, but this is the hardest part of it. The easy part is the paranormal stuff that we've got, but yeah, this is hard, isn't it?
Yeah, and I mean, just by looking at it, it looks churchy.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
definitely.
and it's not cheap stonework. It's like they've carved bits onto it, so it's not. They could have just had a round bit on the roof, but they haven't. They put something into it, so it's cost a lot of money.
Can't just control.
And then when I looked at the history of Northampton pre Henry VIII dissolution of the monasteries and everything else, when they got rid of a lot of religion, there was over 70 different religious fractions in Northampton itself. So we're looking at abbeys and we're looking at different monks and nuns, without counting all the churches. And they owned between them pretty much almost a third to a half of Northampton. It was their buildings and they rented out. So is this part of All Saints? Was it used as a storeroom for what?
More and more question, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just trying to think out, even to those little rooms off it, you know, were they used by someone who actually sleeps under it? Or was it just a storeroom?
Yeah, I think I just heard Tess arriving, so what I'll do, I'll go and get Tess and then we'll come in. Nothing about, no results, no results. I'll go and get Tess. You are going to do an experiment, aren't you? Can you explain to people why?
Railway.
Yeah, well, last time we were here, I set the pendulum with the doll to see whether we had any movement from it. As you saw on the show, saw me setting it up. We are going to do some experiments today with it, where I'm going to get a member of the team to sit in front of it, and I'm going to talk them through certain emotions to see whether the pendulum will draw something, a shape, a letter, anything like that, or even move. A lot of people like to sort of think it's sort of mind over matter, because you're sitting there concentrating, willing it to move, but taking a person through certain emotions, emotions of happiness, sadness and anger. I always like to leave the happiness emotions till last.
It's a good idea. It's a good idea.
So people sort of come out of that experiment
Feeling
happy and calm, and see whether we can pick anything up from anybody and try and get it to move.
Yeah. The doll in conjunction with your pendulum there, are you going to be doing recordings while it's just on its own there?
Yeah, I've set it up now next to the doll. I have got 3 haunted dolls. Whether they are haunted, I don't know. I've not had nothing happen at my house with them, but I thought I'll bring them along to the investigations and just at least experiment with them.
Yeah, and there's one member of the team who really likes dolls.
I know. See right next to me.
I absolutely love them. I'd have a whole house full if I could.
Yeah, of course you would. Of course you would. Yeah. So bit of history on that one. But yeah, thank you for that. And we've got some guests coming in now. I told you in one of the shows earlier on that we were going to do something we've never done before, and that is allow 2 members of the public in to do the experiments with us and to take part. I mean, we have never done this before, so this is our first, and I'm going to go and get the guests now, and hopefully you'll enjoy the rest of the show. But I'm going to interview them first, let you get to know them. Okay, now let me introduce our guests. Now we've got Amy, and we've got Jenny. Jenny has been a supporter of me from day one, and absolutely brilliant. She's been a brilliant supporter, and this is the way I say thank you for joining us on this investigation. And now, you may remember Amy from series 1, when we did ghost stories and things like that, and Amy gave us some fantastic ghost stories, and this is a thank you again. Now, how do you think, what do you think to this place?
It's amazing.
Yeah?
It's big.
Yeah, you're looking forward to this?
Yeah, definitely.
Right, brilliant. And have you done anything like this before with pigeon groups?
No, I haven't.
I have.
Yeah? Yeah. Right, what we're going to do is we'll probably ask you to take part in some experiments as well. Are you up for that? Are you up for the different ones?
Yeah, definitely.
Brilliant. I think we're going to have some fun. We'll catch you later. Now, we're talking about the parapsychology side of things on this investigation, and I wanted to interview Lewis about some of the experiments he's going to be doing and some of the readings he needs to do as well. Lewis, can you run us through some of the stuff you're going to be doing?
Yeah, so today really wanted to bring along this tri-field meter, which measures on 3 axes of the electromagnetic field spectrum. Now, people have always attributed magnetic field variations, spikes, with paranormal activity. For me, studying science, it's more for ruling out natural and artificial fields that might be in the area that could give people the same symptoms they report in haunted locations. So feelings of being watched, oppressive atmospheres, cold spots can all be caused by high levels of magnetic field exposure. So the idea is to go around each of the rooms and do a base level reading of each of the rooms to make sure there's nothing untoward going on, electrical pipes, water pipes, etc. And then we can monitor the rest of those levels throughout the investigation and see if there's any changes, and if we can then find out what caused those changes.
Right, because I mean that reads a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's sensitive enough to be able to pick up our own electric field, so it's a good bit of kit. You just need to know how to use it. A lot of people on investigations I've seen will set these down on a table, and they'll have these set up with a camera looking at them. Now, these were always designed to measure people's exposure to magnetic field. So on that basis, you need to be holding it.
Yeah.
You need to be holding it in such a way where you're not covering over the sensor on the top. But if you can hold it and walk around the location, we have known safe levels of magnetic field and radio frequency that the government set out that are safe from a health point of view levels. We will literally then see if those levels are outside of those boundaries in these areas, whether that be consistently or just intermittently. And that may attribute people to having the strange feelings or visual hallucination that could be caused by high levels of exposure to magnetic field. So.
Yeah. Because I mean, a lot of people watching this love stories of ghosts and spirits and are spiritual and things like that. But we're not trying. Lewis is not trying to debunk things. Lewis is here to do the experiments, and if there is a logical answer to something, you need to take it on board. Okay, so that's why Lewis is here. This is why Lewis and Tia, you know Tia from the last programme, they're both into the parapsychology. So that's what they're going to be doing, and you'll see them walking around doing their thing. Okay, so that's why Lewis is here, not to debunk anything, just to take part and logical answers.
I'd like to give us all some protection, because we're going to be doing some experiments here today. So if you can all sit comfy, both feet on the floor, and close your eyes and just relax. Just take a few deep breaths in and out, in through your mouth, out through your nose. Nice deep breaths. And then I want you to imagine a bright white light from the centre of the earth below our feet. And I'd like you to imagine that light coming up through the centre of the earth, reaching your feet into the ground, and slowly bring that light up through your feet up to the calves of your legs. And then bring it further up to your thighs. Feel the warmth of that bright white light. Bring that light up through your stomach. Up through your chest. Through your arms and shoulders and neck. And then bring that light up into your head. So you'll feel your body surrounded by this bright white light. And then just imagine that white light coming through the top of your head and flowing down over the outside of your body, down to the floor. And then wrapping underneath your feet again. And then imagine this light joining everybody else. That all of us are covered in a bubble of this bright white light. Just take a minute just to imagine that light building, filling the room, filling the building. And this will protect us. And just keep imagining that light building. And then a couple of deep breaths and open your eyes. Okay?
Okay, now what I'd like to do, I was conscious last time that we went through EMR very quickly for you, and I would like to explain a little bit more about the differences between the first stage EMR and the second stage EMR. Right, now EMR, Extended Memory Recall, is for people to recall memories in the location where they are. Not their own memories, but memories that they can pick up. And everybody can do this. Now, when we go through the EMR and we ask people to, you will see this in a moment, you will see people doing the relaxation, then they bring the room back. As before, in Programme 1 you saw that. That's okay as long as we've got the history there and people know about the history because we can corroborate whatever they come up with. But then you can take that a little step further. And the second stage is where you take the EMR and you sit people in a location, but instead of allowing your imagination to run riot, well, you still do that to a certain extent, but you allow people into the room and have conversations with people. Or you can leave the room in your mind and go to different locations to talk to spirit if you want to. And we're going to do that. We're going to do both. But you'll see the differences between the two. Okay, so are we okay with that? Okay, so what we'll do. Okay, take a look around. Good look around where the windows are, the doors, as we did before in Programme 1. And obviously this is new to you, but I think you'll enjoy it. Okay. Familiar where the sink is and all this, that, and the other, the taps and from there. Okay, got that fixed in your mind? Okay, now let's just go in for a little bit of meditation now. So close your eyes. Now, I would like you to become really relaxed in your chair. It doesn't matter how you're sat for this, as long as you are extremely comfortable. I don't want you to feel that you need to move your leg or anything like that. Just do it now. Get comfortable. Okay. Okay, now, I want you to imagine now a circle of relaxation above your head. Now, as it flows through your body, you will feel relaxed even more than you are now. So allow the circle to slowly, slowly go down into your head. Down through the face. Down through the neck. Into your chest. Still slowly down to the stomach. Down through into the hips. Into the thighs. Slowly relaxing. Into the knees. Down through the calves. Into your feet. And just relax. Now in your mind, will you visualise the room that you've just seen? Picture it clearly. And start removing the chairs and any other obstacles that are in the room that shouldn't be there. Just remove them. There's nobody sitting with you. You're alone. You're looking at an empty shell. Now,
allow your imagination to now take over and fill that room with anything that comes into your mind. It can be a grass meadow, it can be a tree growing through the floor, it can be a car going through, it can be a crowd of people milling around. Just allow whatever comes into the room to come into the room. If a person comes in, talk to them. I'm going to leave you in there for a few minutes now to see how it develops. And I'll call you back later. Now you've had a few minutes in the room. I'd like you to take it a little bit further. You've had a little walk around this building, and maybe you've had people coming in and out while you've been meditating. But try to leave this room and allow your mind to wander these rooms down here. Allow people, maybe a relative that you've loved, maybe somebody, a friend who's passed on. Allow them to come in to talk to you. It may even be somebody that used to work here. Okay, now I'm going to slowly allow you to come back. Say goodbye to the people that you were talking to if you met somebody. Come back to this room. Put the articles back into the room, and the people sitting near you, put them back into the room. Slowly. Open your eyes when you're ready. You okay? Interesting there. Now, you've got Lewis behind the camera now. He was taking part in that as well. And it's difficult while you're doing something. But I'd just like to listen to some of your results, right, while the camera's going. Now, can I start with you, Lewis, behind the camera? How did you get on?
Yeah, so I just had one surname that kept popping into my head over and over again, which was the name of Tipperick. Tipperick. I tried to see if I could delve a little bit further, and got the name Joe, as in Joe Tipperick, and 25 years old and worked with horses. That's about as much as I can give you.
That's very good. Yeah. Did you manage to see anything while you were up?
No, it was everything. It wasn't a visual as such. It was just an audible in my head.
Yeah.
Representation of that person with that name. So it sounded like my voice saying that name over and over again.
Oh right, okay.
But then, so I was almost arguing with myself, going, well, I need a bit more than that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be the first time I've argued with myself today.
Thank you for that, Lewis. Okay, now Amy, how did you get on?
Yeah, I couldn't see much in there apart from a roaring fire with like a black kettle strung up above the fire. And then George kept coming out.
George. Any sort of surname?
No, just George.
Okay. Did you manage to stay in the room, or did you manage to wander rather than staying in the room?
Kept wandering that way,
Mm-hmm.
wandering out that way, but then it just kept moving back into the room again. I couldn't get further than out that, into that corridor.
It's interesting.
That was it. It was just, all I kept seeing was the fire.
It is an extremely difficult
Yeah.
thing to do. I mean, the more times you do this, the easier
Yeah.
it becomes. And if you're
Yeah.
used to meditating, it's easy. If you're not, then it's quite difficult. Jenny, how did you get on?
I need some more practice.
Just say
I don't know where this came from, but I just imagine this is like a courtyard.
Right.
That's way off. It must be. But I did see in my mind through those openings there, to begin with, very strong shafts of light, which shone through like rays and around that doorway. But then it became this area like a courtyard. I don't know. But I do need more practice. I do, because I kept hearing that guy coughing out there and some woman laughing out there, which sort of distracted me.
Yeah, it is difficult because you get these distractions now.
Yeah.
So in actual fact, you can practice this at home.
Yes.
And do practice.
Yes.
Because you will get better at it.
Yeah.
Tess, how'd you get on?
I've got pretty much the same as what I always get in here, some kind of living area. And last time I saw a lady who seemed to be a cook with, like Amy said, a fireplace and a cooking pot.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
That was the last time I got that in here. And then I picked up the names Emily as a little girl and another lady's name, but I can't remember the name now off the top of my head. It's wrote down, I can't remember. But I also picked up a guy with the name of Frederick Harpers. Now he was by the fireplace sitting in a chair. He had greying hair, quite plump, a check shirt, quite grubby looking, and also a little girl sitting by his feet. And I kept getting the name Emily back as well. So whether I'm picking up a family or people that lived in this room at some point in time, I can't pick up a year. But there was no decor or nothing, just a cooking pot, fireplace.
I don't work out if it was a kitchen or a living area, or I could see it was the fireplace. And then
That seems very
cooking,
specific to me as well, the cooking pot.
Yeah, but it was like a kettle or a cooking pot, but it was like over the fireplace.
And the big oak table in here as well. But I just, every time I'm in here, I just keep getting that. Can't seem to put away or go further back or forward from that to pick anything else up.
I mean, you've done the MR before, and it's something you've done a few times. I wasn't really expecting Jenny or Amy to actually go right into it, because, like I said, it takes practice. But, Tess, did you manage to get spirit to come to you or not?
No, I tried. It was just the others here a bit too overwhelming, I think.
Now, I know Tess has got some more experiments that she wants to do, so now I'm going to hand over to Tess, and she'll say what she wants to do next. Okay, Tess?
Yeah, next I'd like to go back into the main room where the table is and just try the pen in the planchette and the paper, see if we can get anything from that. And then I need to check the pendulum, see if there's been any movement on that with the doll in the little cubby hole.
Yeah.
The reason it's in the little cubby hole, if anybody does want to know, is because it's away from drafts and anything that could move it, basically.
Yeah.
So I'd like to bring that through as well and try review the pendulum. Yeah. See if we get results from that. Okay, so just set the pendulum up there. see what happens, and we're just going to do the spirit writing experiment. So what I'm going to do is just open the, it's a bit, same thing like with a Ouija board, it's best to open it and then close it afterwards, just as a protection. Anything you do like this, it's best to do that. So I'd like to open the experiment of the spirit writing, and could we just have some nice, kind, spiritual energy come through, nothing negative, just to say hello to you all and you're welcome to come and join us and see what we can pick up from you. Give us any information you like, and we'll start the experiment now. So if you just put your finger just very lightly on the planchette and just sort of settle it a little bit. Okay, if there's anybody here with us, any spirits or loved ones who want to come through, could you move the planchette and maybe write something for us, draw a shape, let us know you're here. Just use our energy to move it across the paper. Is anybody here from last time when we did this experiment? Want to come forward? My fingers are tingling now, but
This is weird. I felt something, like a little spark in my thumb. And I was using that hand request. I just thought it might be different.
If your hand's hovering, that can give you the feeling of pins and needles because you're trying to hold it up.
True.
that's why I just keep swapping because it gets
Yeah.
Can you feel anything going down your arm?
Yes.
We know the spirits here with us. So now is your opportunity to use the energies of either of these ladies here to move the planchette.
Trying to think of some of the names we've got. What's the first name of Catherine. Is there a Catherine here with us? Would Catherine like to use the pen? Draw something for us?
to this place to do good and help to heal people. If we just make a mark, it's a sort of, it just says that you're here. We've not come to harm you or use it against you in any way, just to confirm that your spirit is indeed still within these walls. Or if not Catherine, anyone.
Bethany Thomas here with us today.
Mary Stafford.
And Mary Stafford.
If you can hear my voice, is anybody in here that can hear my voice, can you make your way closer to that machine that's on the table, please? Right close to it. Don't make a funny noise if you do.
Well done.
What reading we on?
25. 27, 30.
So the maximum safe reading is 5.0. Anything below that.
It's
It's on the standard magnetic field range. 5 milligauss is acceptable.
Doing it at 3. Yeah,
Did that once.
we did it once.
Is there anybody here who could come and stand over here in front of this electronic device on the table and see whether I can pick you up? You'll be able to pick up on your energy if you can come closer to it. And be able to know that you're here with us. You could try to move the pendulum for us. Draw a circle or a straight line, or if you know how, try drawing us a straight line, or if you know how to spell your name, first letter of your name, or write your name for us. Come a bit closer. I'd like to thank the spirits and people's energy here who have let us have the opportunity to try and communicate with you. And I'd now like to close the plant share and the experiment in the spirit writing. And we all thank you.